Hey, what's up, Star-Lord? Sorry, I thought I had my mic going and sound. I just popped on my stream real quick. Didn't edit. Yeah, we're just testing out some car stuff real quick, see if there's any headaches in the city. And then I'll jump into some RP here. Best way to test it is for police chase.
I was actually gonna get on my cop and just start flying around with the fucking unmarked. I'll go do that. I'll drop you off there and pick you up.
Alright. Yeah, nothing. So far, everything's good.
Yeah, me either.
I wonder if it changes when, maybe when we get like 60 people on.
What'd you say?
I wonder if it becomes more problematic when we have like 60, 70 people on.
Yeah, well, see you late at night.
Yeah. Do you know with the garbage job, do they need a CDL or is that just normal license?
CDO.
Okay.
That's your car, right?
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Hi. All right. What was your name?
Denny.
Oh, okay, Danny. Just making sure I got the right person. All right. So you need your CDL?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you have any felonies?
No.
All right. Can you go ahead and hand me your ID?
Hmm?
Thank you. And what's your social security number?
It should be 16.
Okay, 1 second.
Are you okay? I see a lot of blood around you.
Yeah, I got picked up by a young gentleman who wanted to go test drive around the city, and we got into a lot of accidents trying to struggle, but I was able to get
Oh
away.
shit. Ah, okay.
Alright, check your pockets.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No
I
problem, you're
got it.
welcome.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Hello, Miss Edna.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. So yesterday, after getting my class one, it poofed out of my pockets. Like I guess it just fell out. I don't know. I need a wallet.
Okay, yeah, no problem. 1 second.
Video thing.
What's your social?
23. Go.
Check your pockets.
There you go. Alright, I appreciate you, Miss Edna.
Alright, no problem.
There we go.
You too.
I have one more question. Do I have to keep these in my pocket, like this in my pockets, like the whole time?
Yes, you gotta have it on you at all times.
All right, perfect. I
At least when
appreciate it.
operating the vehicles.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank
Alright,
you.
no problem. Let's see. CDL. 370. Okay, let's see who's texting me. So the wife. Okay. Alright, let's get.
remember? It took forever to get there. I think he's...
Auntie Edna on the case. What's up, Pony? I really hate only having two monitors here at work. Trying to like alt tab on every fucking thing. I guess I can move Discord to my Mac. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm at work with my two monitors, but I got two computers, so I got a third monitor, which is just a MacBook or iMac. Let's see how that works. No, I was not approached for anything. Let me see. Let me look at the channel. I'm in the city, but it's not my lawyer, no. Hmm. Is there another lawyer in? Better not be a bench truck, 'cause I have no clue about any case, at least for me. Give me some evidence, some information. Time to prepare a case. There we go. Got my Discord open on. I'm going to City Hall to watch. Edna's moving on up from personal injury lawyer to criminal, so she's learning the ropes. Instead of chasing ambulances for wrongful death suits, gotta actually fight the living now. Edna Jackson with the background in personal injury protection, or personal injury lawyer, whatever it's called. Do I have a glove box in this thing? Oh, I got a kind of freaking car with no glove box. Hello? Vehicle parked. Okay.
buddy.
Yeah.
You know I'm down. Just tell me the time and place. I got your back, man.
Oh!
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. You look like you got into an accident.
Yeah, I may have been gone to a vehicle with a young man who decided to go test driving and all around joyride around town.
Jesus.
And he hit like every tree on the way in.
Alright, so you did too, right? In South?
Yes, uh-huh.
Alright, what's your number?
13. Lucky number 13.
There you go.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for your service.
Can I watch the trial?
Yeah, of course. Well, unless they want a private trial, but I doubt it. You can watch
Okay.
the trial. I don't know why they would refuse services. It's free. It's not like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I don't even know what it's about.
Oh, there is people here. How are y'all doing today?
Good, how are
Well,
you?
thank you.
Good, I'm good, I'm good. My name's Uche. I'm the new owner of the Bee Machine. I'm just coming to drop off some treats, some coffee.
Oh, yes. Welcome.
Ooh,
I
we
do
love
need
coffee.
some drinks, actually.
Here you go. Hopefully these are good.
I will pay for it. Thanks for
No,
dropping by.
this is on the house.
No. No, I mean, you have a business to run, so.
I insist. We are not open yet, so come on. I'm not gonna
I
take
appreciate it.
money out of the
Thank
table. Come on.
I appreciate it.
No worries, my pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
Here you are.
Are these alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Non-alcoholic, just for you.
Okay,
Oh, I
thank you.
gave
Yeah, can't be drinking on the
Oops.
job.
Shouldn't have given you that one. Save that one for a late night, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay, yeah. As long as it's all legal.
Yeah, all legal. Don't worry. I'm a legal, legitimate businessman.
Yeah, well, coffee's coffee to me.
Right.
If there's a
Shots
little
of
something
espresso.
extra in there, you know, so be it.
I'm over 21 for sure, so I can have some Kahlua.
Okay,
No, you
okay.
don't look a day older than 21.
I am 21 with 49 years of experience.
I was gonna say 20 years old. You look not a day over 20.
No, but then I gotta be at least 21 for alcohol.
That's facts. Well, depending on where you're at.
Legally.
True, yes. Hey, thanks for the follow.
Oh, yeah.
Sky
I'm
Red.
Dutch.
Ski Red. Ski Red.
Dutch Fontaine, nice to meet you. And you?
I'm Edna Jackson. People call me Auntie Edna.
Nice to meet you. You
Bald
almost
and
look like my
bobbing.
grandmother. Not gonna lie.
What was that?
You almost look like my grandmother.
Except I'm your auntie.
Excuse me, I'm Edna is like 25.
Yeah,
Mm,
I'm Auntie. Auntie.
Yeah.
I mean, they call me Uncle Uche. No disrespect, Auntie.
Yeah, just don't call me late to dinner. That's all.
Are we ready? boys?
Yep, we're ready. We're gonna have Alexei Makarov first, and then Yuri Russian.
Alexei Makarov, isn't he a lawyer?
I guess.
Is that why he refused services?
Here, boys, let me give you something real quick.
Service, and then Yuri Russian tried to ask me for him as a lawyer, and I said no. We have
No coffee, no coffee for the guys.
Nah, I'm gonna.
So I don't think that's gonna happen. We should probably get someone up on the balcony, though, just in case someone tries something. Oh yeah, we can bring him out. Or you want his charges first?
Well, I mean, I need to know what it's about.
Alright, we can run down his charges. I haven't gotten time to write anything up.
Yeah, that's fine. Later when you guys read out, you know, what you guys are charging him for, that's fine. We can do that then too. If you prefer to do it now, that's fine as well. So.
Well, whatever you'd like, miss.
How do you shout? What is the muscle?
Mine would be F11 muscle.
There we go. Just remember to put. It's really, really echoey in here, so if you guys don't speak loudly, we can't hear each other. But
okay.
Usually, you know, someone will tell me about the case, and then read out the charges that you guys are going to press. Because if you tell me now, you're gonna have to tell me again soon, anyways. So do you want to wait?
Yeah, we can wait.
911 for suspicious bags in the courtroom.
Could be my first time in a courtroom, so I'm a little slow. It's me being slow. I'm sorry.
Hey, officer.
Don't apologize.
Officer.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a couple unattended bags back here. I don't know. They look suspicious. Make sure there's no one here trying to blow up any courtrooms or anything.
Do they want a private trial, or is this?
Oh, they wanted it as public as possible.
They want it public, but then again, we did have
blow up a courtroom.
Molotov thrown
What are you
at us.
talking about? Blow up a courtroom?
I was saying, look right here. These bags are. I just came in here and there's 2 bags that are unattended. They look a little suspicious.
I'm not seeing anything weird in this one, though.
Okay, good. Whew.
Oh, great. It'd be fun.
Yeah, it should be good.
Alright.
Alright. Am I going to bring Makarov up?
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Makarov is now requesting a lawyer.
Okay.
So good thing you're here, Miss Edna.
Well, they need time to discuss.
Yeah, preferably if I could talk with my lawyer.
Yeah.
You want to stay back in the cells because there's that other suspect down there.
Well, I can bring them back to the cells. I think that would be safest. Yeah, but you guys can't listen in, of course. I'm Edna, Auntie, if you want to follow them.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see. Hello. Alright, here we go.
Will you guys be sharing the lawyer, or no? Is this the same case, by the way?
Are we allowed to?
Is this the same case?
Alright, good. Can you walk on this side? Over here?
Okay.
I can't walk.
Oh, you can't walk at all? Okay.
I can't, I'm sorry. Can you tell him maybe to talk off me?
Yeah, hold on.
It's a whole confusing situation.
Are you able to
as long as they're...
move them closer to the
door so I can talk to him?
Yeah.
That way we can whisper.
Thanks, King.
There you go. Should be able to hear that now, Matt.
Thanks, King.
Oh, no, not again. PTSD, macro.
PTSD. You know, I could have done that if I wanted to, mister.
No.
Alright.
Alright, you should be good, man. Just let us know when you're ready.
Alright, thank you. Hi, my name's Edna Jackson. I'm represent the Golden Girls and Sachs.
Alright.
I'm gonna be your lawyer today.
That's honest on what happened.
Yeah, just tell me everything that happened, and then we'll see what we can do to help you.
Sit. So, I was with my friend, okay? And my friend's like completely legal and stuff. And he stole a car, and we went with it. And then we got pulled over, and me and him switched seats, alright? The second we stopped the car. And they immediately stopped us. And they didn't say anything, and then they got additional cars. And they came out with the weapons holding us up, telling us to get out of the car. And I started driving then, because I knew I was fucked, you know? That I was going to jail. I started driving, we drove quite a bit. I think next to the gas station outside of Fort St. Kudo, we jumped out. Or I jumped out, he pretty much surrendered. I jumped out and I beat Morales up with a bat.
Okay, so you assaulted, you did battery on the officers?
Yes.
Okay, with the bat, okay.
And then they found, I think like 9 or 8 molly on me.
Okay. So, you were in a vehicle that was stolen, and you were not driving. You got out, you got pulled over?
Yeah, then we switched. So
And
I
you
was in the
switched.
driver's seat.
Okay. And then, walk me through that again. So you switched, and then
they were waiting for additionals, and when additionals came, they all jumped out, guns pointed at us, and telling us to get out.
Okay. And at that point, did you have any weapons pointed at them or anything like that?
Nope, we did not.
Okay. And then you got out of the vehicle.
No, we started driving away.
Okay, so you started driving.
Yeah. And we drove all the way up to the gas station at Fort St. Kudo.
Okay.
And there the car broke down.
Uh-huh.
And I started, and I beat up one of the officers with a baseball bat. And I got shot down with a
Okay, so you only hit one officer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One officer. Did he survive, or or just got hurt?
Alive.
Okay.
He got hurt.
And then, when you hit him with the bat, was there any aggression towards you prior to that, or like you had a gun pointed at you, obviously, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And were you scared? And
I was extremely scared.
okay. And then this person in the jail next to you over here, the cell, that's your buddy?
Oh, no.
Okay, someone completely different?
My buddy didn't get charged anything because he didn't do anything, because he was just a passenger.
Okay.
Because we switched.
And do you know what they're charging you with?
Grand Theft Auto, reckless evading, and attempted second-degree murder of a peace officer. And then possession of a controlled substance. Class 2, I think.
So for the Molly, right?
Yeah.
Where did you get the Molly from?
I bought it off some drug dealers.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out your defense here. So the assault is going to be a tough one to fight because you hit him with a bat.
But I did not intend to kill him.
Yeah. So we can argue that thing. Now after you hit him, did you hit him till he went down, or enough for you to get away, or try to make some separation?
I was just trying to make sure that I was able to get away.
Okay, but you didn't get a chance to because you got stopped by other officers?
Yeah, there was 3 officers. They all had weapons.
Okay.
They had big weapons.
So we're just gonna have to figure out as far as
And then in the jail cells, I was beaten. I was tased. They were shooting towards this person next to me. They were acting extremely hostile. I was probably beaten 3 times. Caused extreme emotional distress to me. It was exactly what I was scared for happening.
Okay.
And I do have visible bruising across my head from the injuries that they caused.
Okay. All right. So let me go talk to them and see what they are actually charging you with, and then we'll go from there. All right.
All right. Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Alexi, I believe in you.
You all ready, ma'am?
Yeah, I just wanted to get your guys' side now, or what he's being charged with.
I believe that's gonna be brought up in the case. I'm not actually the AO.
Okay.
All right. I'll take him up there though.
Thank you. Yeah, this will be an interesting one.
We gotta take your mask off.
Let's see.
Try to say it's her religious practice, but she said it's bullshit. You have a bow tie on.
Look, I even got the bow tie so I can look fancy, okay?
Yep.
Are we just... Oh, okay. Oh, damn, you're already is.
Would you like to keep him cuffed, or do you want me to uncuff him, ma'am?
You can uncuff him. Lock the door first.
You try anything, Alexi. Got my eyes on you. Lost. You want me to represent?
Yeah, sure. You're a well-trained man.
Alright, can we all make sure that we're talking very loudly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Go ahead and stand up.
Alright, welcome everybody. This is a bench trial, so we're going to do it a very, very simple way. The plaintiff, the officers will state their case, they'll state the charges, and then after that you can plead guilty or not guilty on your side defendant. And then we will start by the statement from the plaintiff's side, and then the statement from your side. I'm assuming your lawyer will be speaking on your behalf.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Very well. Any questions before we begin?
No, Your Honor.
Any evidence can be submitted to my email, if you have them. All right.
Yes. You want me to send that over right now?
No, as you speak and as you
Okay.
say, okay, this one, yeah, that would be better for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, let's begin. Plaintiff.
Oh yes, this is James Wood with the LSPD. I'm going to be representing the PD in this trial. Today we're going to prove that Alexei Makarov is guilty of all charges being presented, being Grand Theft Auto ×1, attempted second-degree murder of a peace officer ×1, reckless evading ×1, possession of a controlled substance second degree ×1.
All right, say that again. Grand theft, attempted murder of a peace officer, and
Reckless evading ×1, and possession of a controlled substance second degree ×1.
thank you. All right, defendant, how do you plead?
I'm assuming you want not guilty, right?
Not
Okay,
guilty.
we'll go through this one by one. Do you plead guilty to Grand Theft Auto?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Do you plead guilty to attempted murder of a peace officer?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Do you plead guilty to reckless evading?
Guilty.
Guilty. Alright. Do you plead guilty to possession, second degree?
Guilty.
Guilty. Alright. Okay, so we're going to only talk about two pleas here. One is the Grand Theft Auto, and then the attempted murder. Go ahead, Officer Wood.
Yeah. If I could call Ricky Lawson to the stand as my first witness.
Sure.
You want to actually have him go up there, or just sit right
Nah,
here?
just stay here. It's a bench trial.
Okay, Mr. Lawson, can you tell the courtroom everything that happened from your point of view?
Well, basically, it started from Officer Woods here. He called over radio that he had pulled over a vehicle from a recent call we got from dispatch. A stolen Rancher XL, I believe. I believe that's the exact make and model. He performed a felony stop on it with another officer, Valentine, the lieutenant, the Ranger Division. From that, they attempted to do the traffic stop. Alexi would.
Sorry, Officer Lawson. Were you at the scene of?
I was not at that scene. No, I came in after the pursuit.
Okay, so you can't speak on that because that's hearsay.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well then, a 1080 or a vehicle chase would happen. I would get involved, come in as the secondary position. We would drive around the city a good 10 minutes before he took it up north. He was driving Route 68 off of Great Ocean Highway. That's when we went in for a pit around 60 miles per hour. Turned out to be a good pit. We had him boxed in. The vehicle would break down. That's when Alexi would hop out with a bat in hand and start swinging on Officer Woods here. After that, he was incapacitated by officers, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Officer Wood, do you have any questions?
No questions right now.
Okay. I have a couple of questions here. So when you said you got called into 1080, you got called into 1080 by Lieutenant Valentine, you said earlier?
Negative, it would be by Woods.
By
Woods and Valentine, both of them were both attached to the traffic stop, and when they took off, it was right down the road.
And where were you before that?
I was just patrolling as normal. Before they
Okay.
had enough units on the actual on the traffic stop.
Right. So when you were at scene, then you saw you just joined in, right? And they were chasing this
Yes, ma'am, like
Rancher
normal.
XL. Okay. After that, after Officer Woods got hit, what happened?
We was struck about 3 times with the bat, and that's when officers opened fire on him with our Glocks.
Okay, very well. Thank you. All right, Miss Edna, Miss Jackson, would you care to state your statement, please?
Yes, but hold on, let me silence this damn phone. Okay. So you said you joined in a 1080, like you explained, and the chase led to. He was going about 60 miles per hour, and then so is this what you're considering the reckless driving?
No, the reckless driving was him attempting to. Sorry, I did leave this out. Him ramming officers as they got close to going for a pit. He would attempt to cut them off. Then after the fact, if they did get a little too close, they would hit them into either the side of the highway or into the complete other lane.
Okay, and so what is the pit? Just to explain for those that may not know.
Basically, we take our cruisers. We attempt to get up to the side back, like left or right wheel well, and then we will take our wheel, will turn it straight either left or right, attempting to kind of flip the vehicle around, immobilize them for a minute to go in for a box, which would be us going on
It's
at
the
least
smoking
3
voice.
different sides attempting to
And the smoke.
stall the vehicle from moving.
Okay, and what circumstances do you guys do that? I can't do my.
People are being visibly reckless, and we need to get them to the roads.
So you were saying that he was being reckless when you guys tried to pit. So prior to the pit maneuver, what made you lead to believe he was driving reckless?
Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevant. Suspect has already pled guilty to reckless evading.
That's right. Sustained. He pled guilty to reckless evading and possession in second degree. We're currently arguing on grand theft and the attempted murder of a police officer.
So this kind of ties in for me for the possible self-defense as to this events leading up to him fearing for his life with police officers trying to ram his car prior to any kind of potential reckless. So I'm just trying to get a timeline.
Okay, but it's again your client has pled guilty to reckless evading. But yeah, you can continue if you wanna.
For the sake of
yeah.
The assault, correct?
Okay.
So what events leading up to made you feel that he had to the force was used and was used?
It is mainly just the demeanor of his driving. I mean, obviously you don't know exactly, you weren't there to see it, but he wasn't driving like a normal civilian would. He all over the road, speeds of 100 miles an hour, going into opposite lanes of travel. It was on I think it was, I can't remember the exact highway, completely opposite lanes of travel. I think it was Del Perro Freeway, and anytime officers even got close, it wasn't even to go in for a pit. The officer was remotely close to him. He would slam on his brakes, attempting to stall our vehicle. Same with the ramming of other officers. He would just go in and out of lanes, attempting to hit officers before we were going for a pit. Our first successful pit was on Route 68, like out 5 minutes after he was on Del Perro. Sent it around and then went right up Great Ocean. That's when we got our first pit. But he was doing all the same behaviors we went for the pits before that.
Okay, so you're saying he was up to 100 miles per hour because you said 60 earlier.
60 is when we go for we don't pit anything over 80. Doesn't mean he wasn't driving over that.
Okay. And did anyone physically see them steal or allegedly steal any vehicles?
The owner of the vehicle called the 911, reported the vehicle stolen with the exact license plate and make, model, description.
Okay, was there a description of the person stealing the vehicle?
There was not, no.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. I do. So when you say that the vehicle was reported stolen, it was reported stolen from 911. And when you arrived on scene with the stolen vehicle, the only person that exited the vehicle while, as you guys were chasing or pitting or whatever, was Mr. Makarov here. Is that correct?
He did have a passenger, but the passenger did stay inside the vehicle as Makarov exited, started swinging with his bat.
And was Mr. Makarov driving, or was he not?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Makarov was driving.
Okay. Mr. Makarov, did you steal the vehicle?
No. No, I did not.
Why were you driving a stolen vehicle?
I was being picked up at the clothing store by that vehicle, and then whenever that vehicle got pulled over, I switched seats with the person because he told me it was stolen, and I said, "Fuck it, I'll do it for him, so he doesn't have to get shit for it."
You're saying that you're driving the vehicle to take away the blame from your accomplice, is that right?
Well, he wasn't my accomplice because I I had no idea the vehicle was stolen until the moment it happened.
What happened?
When we got pulled over, they came with another vehicle and they took out like some heavy big guns, pointing at us, screaming us to get out and shit.
At the clothing store?
Nah, that's where I got picked up. We were
Okay, so
driving.
your friend picked you up from the
Yep.
clothing store, and then what happened?
We were driving towards Triad Record, and once we were like, I don't remember the exact road, but we have enough to do like two turns, and we're driving up to a road, and we're coming to an intersection, and we get pulled over there. He asked me if I want to switch seats with him. I said yeah. Then he tells me the vehicle is stolen. I said, well, fuck. I'll see if I can just play this off or whatever. They come with another vehicle. They have the police comes with another vehicle, so they have two vehicles there. They all take out the class 2s, pointing at us, telling us to get out. I get scared shitless because I have no idea what that car is tied to. So I start driving.
Is there a witness that can corroborate your statement?
Well, no, not at the moment, I think.
Was the passenger not caught as well?
Unless who was the officer who pulled me over? Because he might have seen it in from the rear windshield, from the rear window of the car.
Officer Wood and Captain Lawson, did you? I think it's Officer Wood, right? Because you weren't there at that time. Captain Lawson, Officer Wood, can you tell me if you saw anybody switch seats?
I can't tell you for sure because, as Mr. Lawson described in his statement, I later got hit with a baseball bat, so I don't think my testimony would hold up in court.
Okay. So, I mean, unfortunately, currently there's nobody to corroborate your statement here. For the Grand Theft Auto. Miss.
No, but
Your Honor.
Wasn't there another officer who pulled me over?
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Jackson.
Yeah, is there any kind of witness as to the initial officers who pulled him over that he was driving that vehicle initially? Any proof that he was driving?
That's a good question. Was Lieutenant Valentine? Is Lieutenant Valentine here to say that he was driving the vehicle before?
Prior to the stop of the vehicle moving.
Lieutenant Valentine is not here at the moment, but he did just admit to knowing it was a stolen vehicle and swapping into the seat and taking blame for it.
Agreed. But anyways, I will tell you my reasoning later. The Captain Lawson, did you, when after the pit, did you see Alexei Makarov come out of the driver's seat?
Yes, ma'am. Alexei Makarov exited the driver's seat. You can visibly still see his passenger in the passenger seat.
Right, but in any case, none of you saw Alexei Makarov steal the vehicle. Is that correct?
Negative. We just saw that he was in possession of the stolen vehicle.
Understood. All right, Ms. Jackson, do you have any more questions for Captain Lawson?
Also, when he was taking the bat, was any weapons pointed at him prior to that?
I can't remember 100%. I believe there would have been at least a taser or two. That's the normal protocol for a suspect gets out on foot.
Okay, so you can't recall.
No weapons.
So no weapons, only
lethal weapons. No, it would have only been tasers, if anything.
You
That
seem
all
you
happened
seem
with
unsure about it. Was there you think or there wasn't?
almost no chance we would have a lethal force out. I wasn't exactly right there to see who all had what. I know that Alexei reached for his back pocket pretty much instantly as of exiting the vehicle. Let's see. Weapons though. Weapons until he reached.
So weapons came
Look
out
at it.
after he reached, or was he?
Yes.
Okay. So would you consider the pit maneuver lethal or unlethal?
Not lethal at all, no.
So no one can get killed from a pit.
Sure, under certain circumstances it could be possible, but it's a pretty slow moving pit for our standards. And completely safe if we have rules and regulations for them.
So at what point do you guys use lethal force in a reckless chase or a reckless evading? Do you pull your weapon out if they try to ram you?
If they're trying to bring harm to us with their vehicle, then yes. As in, like, ramming at high speeds, only over 80 miles per hour, trying to send us off a cliff, stuff like that.
So if they did that, you'd fear for your life and you would use a weapon, a lethal weapon to self-defense, correct?
If he was attempting to cause bodily harm to us, of course.
Okay. And that's the same stance I feel that he was using the bat as they were ramming him, trying to disable him, and also ramming him with a weapon. He feared for his life and used the bat to cause separation, which he did not get that chance to do separation to get away from the cop because he was then shot with a lethal weapon. So I feel that he is doing self-defense.
Apologies. Is that your argument, Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
That you were claiming self-defense in
After
for,
being rammed multiple times by the officers and also having
attempt to kill him.
tasers, my client had told me he's fearing for his life.
and the bat hitting was in retaliation of that, correct?
May I add something?
It was the bat hitting him was to keep the separation because he was fearing for his life. He used the bat and to try to create some separation from the officer and him, and then before he could get that time, he was shot with lethal weapons.
I had no intention to attempt to take the life of a police officer. The intention was purely to be able to create a distance so I could run. And I do not believe that bat could have been used for lethal damage. Unless I would have been proceeding to hit him while he was down, which I did not.
Alright, that's your defense. Now I would like to hear your side of the story. Even though yes, some parts of it have been uncovered. I'd like to hear your side of the story in its entirety. So we stopped at you swapping seats during the stop. After you swap the seats, what happened?
Yeah. So should I start from the chase?
Start from swapping the seats.
Anyway, so once we swap the seats, another police vehicle pulls up, and they get out with firearms, not tasers, firearms, point them at us, and I'm pretty much scared shitless because I have no idea what this vehicle has, what has happened to it. I literally found out it was stolen, and I don't know what it might have been tied to because there's no idea. We could have figured out maybe what if that's tied to a murder or something. So we start driving, and we just drove pretty much. The police, they tried to pit me multiple times, and I would slam the brakes whenever they came too close to pit me. which would put me on the same side as the police officer, so they could not pit me. That pretty much kept on going.
Don't give too much
we
details.
came to the gas station south of Fort St. Kudo.
Can't use it if he's.
Where they successfully immobilized my vehicle. And I was pretty much scared, so I got out with the intention of trying to run away. And I see them drawing weapons, so I take out the bat, only seeing one officer that's super close to me. So I go ahead and strike him with the bat until he falls over.
Oh my God.
And
don't get yourself.
Well, then I get I can't really recall what happened after that, Miss. But I wake up in the hospital.
I know he's throwing it for me. We were close. And adding
then,
extra details.
Well, I get arrested and then I get beaten up there a few times as well.
All right, thank you. Officer Wood, do you want to question Mr. Makarov?
I don't want to question him, no.
No. Okay. And Ms. Jackson, are you okay with the statement provided, or?
May I ask him a few questions?
Of course.
Okay, so you said you were slamming on your brakes. That was because you were trying to slow down so you don't get injured, correct?
No. Yeah, partially for that, because I was scared of the consequences of a pit. Because from what I've seen when it happens is that you start spinning uncontrollably, and I could end up on the other side of the road. I could get like it feels extremely dangerous, and it makes things way more plausible to end up in a vehicle accident.
Okay, and you said that
possibly cost me the life.
You said the officers, when they finally successfully stopped you, they had weapons pointed at you. Can you describe what kind of weapons they had?
It was like I'm not a weapons expert guy, but I'm fairly sure it was an AK-47.
So it looked like a bigger than what a taser would look like. You see on the officer's belt right there, that yellow taser.
Yeah,
sometimes they're
taser.
green.
Did
it look like that?
It was a weapon that required 2 hands to wield.
Okay. And that was before the bat came out.
Roughly the exact same time. The second I came out, I saw them reaching for something. I had no idea what it was, and then I saw the big weapon.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, I've heard enough. Give me 5 minutes to deliberate. 5-10 minutes to deliberate. Oh my God, I can't speak today. Deliberate, and we will. So court will be in recess until then. 10 minutes later, please do come back.
Right.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you mind if I present some evidence and a closing statement?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, no worries. Go ahead.
I just sent you an email for evidence exhibit A. That is going to be the exact call we got of the make and model of the vehicle.
All right.
And evidence exhibit B is going to be the vehicle with the matching plate at the scene of the crime.
Snozberries taste like snozberries.
All right, thank you.
For my closing statement, I'd just like to state that, as Mr. Lawson said in his statement, the pits happened under 60 miles per hour, very safe. We have extreme protocols. We've never had anybody injured from our pits before. Court precedent can prove that. The individual is acting wild and reckless, hopped out of his vehicle almost instantaneously, pulled out a baseball bat, and started charging at officers. He had a chance to run away. No officers were really near him at all. He came charging of his own volition instead of running away as he claimed. So I don't believe self-defense would be prevalent here. And that's all, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson, would you like to provide a closing statement?
Yes. So, as the alleged Grand Theft Auto, he was in the vehicle. There is no evidence of him actually driving initially or stealing the vehicle, let alone knowing it was stolen until after according to what my client says, he is guilty of switching seats. That is what he has already admitted to and said. But the initial stealing was not him. After being pulled over by law enforcement and more officers showing up with weapons, he got scared, left as he was leaving. Multiple pit maneuvers, which they say that they are no one's been injured before, but there are countless of other departments that have injured flipped over vehicles from this, from incorrectly doing it. Now they may not have had that instance or that record. However, training is a portion. I'm not sure how much hours they spend on it. They obviously haven't, if they had to do it multiple times, obviously were not successful in the beginning to start with. Otherwise, they would have done it right away, and it wouldn't take in so many numbers to do. Um, with them pulling up and pulling weapons, even though they say they did not have any weapons and only a taser initially, my client says otherwise, and it is the plaintiff their job to provide the proof that he did steal the vehicle, and other than being in possession after the fact, and once in self-defense to create that separation, use the bat. However, he was not given that opportunity as they were shot at him right away, which I feel a taser would have been successful against a bat from a distance. And so we're looking for self-defense and dropping the grand theft auto. He already admitted to reckless evading, and that is all.
Very well, thank you. Again, I've heard enough. I will deliberate. Give me 10 minutes, and I will come back with my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yes, I will open this door in case anybody wants to leave.
All right. Make sure you're on whisper. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's step over here to the right there. All right. So yeah. So biggest thing on this, I know that you gotta less is more here. So just give when next time when they ask you, just give them just the basics without much detail. That way they can't use it against you.
Okay, I see. All right.
Because there's a lot of things that they can use against you, like when you said you slammed on your brakes, things like that.
I see.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but.
All right. Yeah.
Sorry, I just smoking a pack of smokes before I had this, and so now my voice is just kind of harsh.
All right, I see.
I'm starting to sound like Mark Simpson.
All good. After I've gotten my verdict, could you ask for time served?
Time served? Yes.
Yeah, thanks.
Because we've been here, almost an hour now?
Yeah. It's more than what I was going to originally serve.
Yeah. Yeah, next time get a lawyer from the beginning and do not answer any questions. That way.
Yeah, I was going to get a lawyer, but the person who claimed to be a lawyer was, no, it was kind of like I asked if my friend could be a lawyer because he's dying and you kind of like a make-a-wish thing.
No, they wouldn't. Yeah, you have to be in a bar exam. Either represent yourself or they have to be passed the bar.
Yeah, I know. I asked me kind of like a joke first, but then his vape exploded, and I think the cops are thinking it's a Molotov cocktail. And they're pressing charge. Yeah, that's the next person you're gonna represent.
Okay, so basically, also too is the we don't want to give details of after the incident, like in the jail where they beat. So what happened in the jail? Why did they hit you?
Actually no idea. They they opened the cell and they took out the baton and beat me up.
Okay.
Like 3 times.
Did Did you have the EMS have to respond out there?
Nah, nah. I still have the bruisings.
Okay.
All over my back.
I
They tased me multiple times.
Okay. Did you punch them at all or anything like that?
No, no, no.
Because we can potentially countersue for
And then
excessive force afterward.
Then they asked me if I want to do a fist fight for half the fine. But if I'd lose, they would double my fine. And
Okay.
then and I mean,
You're whispering, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
And then I said, yeah, I mean, sure, I guess, why not? And they took out the knuckle dusters and beat me up with them.
Did you go unconscious at all where they had to bring you back or do CPR or anything?
Well, one time with the baton and one time then when they took the knuckle dusters. No, not the knuckle dusters. Yeah, only the baton.
Okay, so you went
And
unconscious. They didn't call EMS or medical?
No.
Okay.
Actually, yes, it was the baton, and then at the end when they shot me with a beanbag shotgun.
They shot you with the beanbag shotgun. Okay, and this is all legit. What you told me happened, right?
Yeah.
So we can.
And the person over there can be a witness, jury. Who we're going to represent next.
The net guy. Oh, so there was a witness. The other suspect. Do you know his name? What was his name?
Jury recent.
Jury recent. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna represent him now, so.
Okay.
He had a vape that exploded.
No problem. Thank you. I'm done. Welcome back. Thank you for waiting. I have my verdict. I'm going to start with saying, of course, that you did plead guilty to reckless evading and possession in second degree. That one the officers will, give you a charge for. And I would say, because of the time spent, waiting in the cells as well as coming down here, that we would lower the time spent for that. With regards to the Grand Theft Auto, unfortunately, the burden of proof is on the officers in your case, the plaintiff side, to be 100% certain that Mr. Makarov did, in fact, steal the vehicle. And admittedly, so he did not, but he said that he did switch sides or switch seats with the person that did steal the vehicle. And with that, because of that admission, I would, my verdict is to give him the accomplice of Grand Theft Auto, which carries a 14-month sentence and a $2,100 fine. The second charge, which is the attempted murder of a peace officer, I find that the defendant is not guilty for attempted murder of a peace officer. However, I do find the defendant guilty for assault with a deadly weapon, which carries a charge of 21 months and a fine of $31.50. And that is my verdict.
Okay, that's better than the original.
Do you guys have any questions?
Am I getting any time, or because I've kind of like it's been a few hours ago it happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that once the officers are willing to negotiate a lower time because of waiting in the cells or negotiating or talking to a lawyer, all of those things, that I will not be involved in. But I will let it be up to the officers on how
Have
much
to figure
time
out
they
the
want it to
excessive
go.
force issue after.
But I would suggest the fines are not lowered in any case. You are guilty of, again, reckless evading, possession of second degree, sorry, and assault with a deadly weapon, which was reduced from attempted murder of a peace officer. And the Grand Theft Auto, you are reduced to accomplice of Grand Theft Auto. All right.
so you still got a
You may
little bit of
charge it
time,
immediately.
but
Thank you.
it's a lot less than it would have been if it was a peace
Would
officer.
you like me to take
in
him down to
actual
the
grand
cells or
theft.
do it here?
Yeah, I mean, we have another case, right, don't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so you need to take him down the cells.
Okay.
Go, Mr. Makarov.
Go for a walk, Mr. Makarov.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
Yes, of course. I want to explain two things to you before you say anything. So, let me lower my voice here a second. Do you know what is the button? the muscle to
I think it's
You have
the
11 muscle,
tilde.
ma'am.
F11? Yeah, but I can't.
Try your tilde.
Then your
Tilde, maybe?
muscle.
There we go. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so just so you know why my verdict is we versus Edinburgh. Not sure if you saw how to be a better cop document. Did you happen to read that one?
I skimmed through, yes.
Yeah, no problem. So, Scott versus Edinburgh is a case law, and it means that it's a set rule in which the Superior Court has voted throughout America. And what it's saying is that the police officer was justified in shooting a fleeing vehicle, meaning, and in this case, they did not shoot the fleeing car thief or a suspect of a fleeing car thief. They just basically used the weapon in order to get him not to run away, or get him to basically stop, and so that they can detain him. And unfortunately, with him recklessly evading, which he has stated that he was guilty for.
Yes.
Recklessly evading meaning that he posed a danger to the public in terms of his car, which brings the officer then to the Tennessee versus Gardner case law. And Tennessee versus Gardner says that police are allowed to use lethal force on a suspect that is fleeing, whether or not at that current position the suspect is posed an immediate danger.
Okay.
So, do you have any questions?
No, not on that. No.
Okay. So yeah, just those two things that you need to be wary of. Of course, when you do, it's just a tip for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So I had a question about so there is you reported some excessive force after the fact in the jail cells. Is that a separate lawsuit if he wants to sue for that, or is that kind of tied into this case, even though it wasn't part of the, since it's not the charges?
Yeah, so that would be civil.
Okay.
Yeah, and they are allowed to sue the government for a maximum of 100,000.
Okay. All right, that's all I need to know.
You can present a case for that for sure.
All right, thank you. And does this next person coming in, are they needing legal representation, or are they representing themselves?
Good question. I think it's fair to ask them.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you can try to have your services stated again. But for this, you will get 10,000 for this.
Okay.
I'll also remind you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your services.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Is this coming up here shortly, or is there a break in between?
Yeah, so they're down at the cells now. I'm not sure if you want to join them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jesus, no break, huh?
How long I've been here?
It's your fault. You could at least be fucking nice to me.
No, we actually have
with a bat.
SOP. We can't go over 25%. It's in the SOPs. So,
What the fuck?
even with a lawyer present.
Alright, just fucking send me away.
Okay. Can you uncuff him real quick?
You know what he's gonna try to do.
Have a good day, sir. All right.
Is this gentleman going next?
Yeah.
Is he needing representation, or is he representing himself?
He was actually claiming to be a lawyer, so he might. I don't know.
Okay.
Yuri, you
wanna
want
ask him?
representation or do you want to represent yourself?
No, I want representation.
Okay, wants representation.
Alright, you mind if I have a moment talking to him?
Yep, we're gonna be waiting for the DA.
Alright, thank you. Alright, sir, what's going on?
Hello, ma'am. Do you just want me to, go from start to
Yep,
end?
just
Or...
tell me what happened. Yep, start to finish.
Alright, so I woke up today. Alexei Makarov, I believe the guy you just represented, gave me a phone call saying that he was being abducted by CIA officers. And I was like, oh, okay, like not really understanding what's going on.
Uh-huh.
So I decided to do something dumb and dress up as a lawyer. Because I wanted to see what was going on, right? I didn't want nothing bad to happen to him. But the thing he didn't tell me was that he did bad shit before that to actually be there.
Okay.
So anyways, yeah. So I dressed up as a lawyer. I don't even think that's a charge they're gonna give me. But I put on a fake beard. I went to MRPD. They came up. They asked for my barcode. I explained I didn't have any. And then one of the officers started tugging on my beard. And he actually tugged that hard so it fell off. And that's when I got like shook, I got shocked kinda. So I ran towards the door, the front entrance of MRPD.
Uh-huh.
And I believe my vape blew up in my inner jacket pocket here, the shirt jacket.
Okay.
I just felt heat. So I go to reach inside of there, just instinct.
Yeah.
And it's on fucking fire. So I panic and I just drop it on the ground. And I believe I was inside MRPD at that point. And there were two officers there. I'm not sure about names. It's the two guys that was down here.
Okay.
And then I run out because obviously I don't want to get burnt. And I just feel something. I just feel something bad in my back, whilst I hear pops going off. So
Okay.
I got shot like 10 times. And I kept running because I survived, and I was scared, so I hid. And another officer came out and blasted me another like 30 bullets.
You mean bullets? Is it, you got shot with a gun, or is he talking about like a taser?
Gun, like a big gun, like a one of those AR type styles.
Okay.
So yeah, that happened, and now.
Yeah, I got a reduction.
Happening. I have a, I'm a legal
on the first
man.
one.
I don't have any criminal record.
Did you have any weapons on you?
At a hatchet, I think, if that's a weapon. I'm not sure if that's considered a weapon.
Did you pull it out at any time?
Only you, Farva, can make
Hey,
a
thanks for the reset, Nuggies.
Because I was so fucking.
Repeat that. Sorry.
Yes, at the end, because I was so scared. However, I never, I never used it in a threatening manner.
So you pulled out the hatchet, and then they shot you.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I really can't walk properly right now, so.
We'll have to. It's gonna be a tough one to prove, but if you pull out a hatchet like a weapon,
isn't it like innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah, they're gonna have to prove that your intention was to harm with that hatchet. Did you put it away right away, or did you?
Well, no, I put my hands up with it in my hand.
In your hand, okay.
Yeah, because the cop came out of this was a different cop.
Okay.
All right, let me explain. So the two initial cops that was there when the vape exploded was the two that was down here just now.
Okay. You're whispering,
and
right?
Then yes.
Okay.
And then I ran away from them because I was scared. And
so where were you in MRPD when this happened?
In the front entrance. That's where the vape exploded. But then I ran out, so I was on the back side of MRPD towards the.
So you were in the lobby.
Yeah.
The vape exploded.
Yeah.
You dropped it.
Yeah.
And ran out.
Yeah.
And they chased you.
Yeah. While shooting.
While they were shooting, what were they shooting? A taser or a gun?
Gun.
Okay. And
they were quite far behind me.
Uh-huh.
So I ran towards the parking lot side of the MRPD. You know where they drive up and down their cars.
Okay.
Yeah, on that side, and I hid behind a bush, and that's when another officer came out the side door with a gun in hand and told me to put my hands up, and that's when I pulled out my hatchet, or I was actually reaching for my hatchet right before he told me to, so I didn't notice him. And when I noticed him, I put my hands up ASAP, but he decided to shoot.
Okay. So you were complying at that point, and they still shot.
Yes.
And prior to that, when you were running out the lobby, they were shooting actual class 2 weapons. You were saying?
Yeah, it was held in two hands. I'm not sure what kind of
Okay.
gun.
So, but they had that as you're running out the thing. And did they at any time tell you to stop?
No.
Okay, so they didn't yell at
Maybe,
you.
but I couldn't hear
You
it. I
didn't
was
hear them?
quite far
Okay.
away.
Did they identify themselves?
Um, what do you mean by that?
Did they say they were the police?
Well, no, but I knew they were the cops because I was there talking to them prior.
Okay, I'm just trying to help you out. Did they?
Okay, no, they never identified themselves as cops, but
Okay.
to be truthful, I knew they were cops.
Then why? So they're gonna ask why did you run?
Well, because they were shooting. My vape exploded and they started shooting.
So they started shooting because your vape exploded. Okay. And so when you drop, was it still in your pocket when they were shooting, or did you drop it? Which one was first?
Which one, the vape? No. So in the lobby, when I felt the heat in my pocket, I pulled it out and just dropped it on the ground, and I think it exploded even more on the ground because there was like a big fire cloud.
Okay. And then they went ahead and they started shooting at
yes.
you. Did they shoot at you while you were in the lobby, or they waited till you were outside?
No, I ran out.
And then they just shot you.
I ran out because I didn't want the fire to hurt me. And then I was close to where you park where civilians would park their cars.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I felt a sharp pain in my back, and
Okay.
that's when they were shooting.
So they were shooting, you got hit, and then you're in the bushes, and then someone came out, and an officer came out and pointed their gun and told you to put your hands up, and you had just taken out your hatchet, so you put your hands up with the hatchet in hand.
Yes, correct.
Did you make any advances towards him?
No, I stood still.
And then he still shot you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any GoPro evidence or anything like that video?
I do, but I'm not. Are we allowed to use that? Because no, I
I,
don't
I
have GoPro. I didn't wear a GoPro, but I'm sure there's like security footage from MRPD that could prove.
Yeah, we can request that as well. But you do have
Okay.
something if they do allow it. Okay, none.
Yes. I can send it to you prior if you'd like, or if we are allowed.
Okay, I'm not sure if
Or
yeah.
I'm sure the cops can send it to you. Sorry.
Yeah, we can request see if they have any footage on the security cameras, anything like that. And we can also request see if they have their body cams or anything like that that they will allow.
Yeah.
But we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I think the charges I'm getting is I think they said the possession of a class 3 weapon or something in that manner, and
An explosive, yeah.
yeah, and then assault, um, assault with a deadly weapon or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, no, I didn't have a GoPro, but they it's a police station. I would assume they have security cameras.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Let me go see what they're going to be charging you with.
All right.
You've been here for quite a while, so we can at least try
Yeah,
to get
I
time
sat
served
down
if anything.
fucking
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate you. Do you want me to sit down and wait or?
Yeah. Have a seat. Not sure how long it'll be.
All right.
Did he want?
Yeah, he wants representation. I got his side of the story. I guess we're just waiting on the DA then? Are we just waiting on the DA then?
Yeah, they're discussing outside.
Okay. What up, Sweeney? Welcome. For you just tuning in, got picked up for representation. Have to represent someone who was at the PD earlier and had an incident. So just doing that. You drinking all day? Nice, nice. St. Patty's Day. Yep, yep. I'm at work, so no drinking for me. I'm sure I'll be picking up people like you off the streets once they fall down and go boom.
I'm going in my head for a second.
Okay. Much cheaper. Staying and drinking. Yeah, yeah. Court held that it was reasonable for officers to shoot subject whom officer believed was pointing. I just hope I don't get a call while I'm here waiting, since I'm at work. Let me see. Yeah, you can fly in, but just depends on your character. If you're trying to get a good job or something that you want to stay out of trouble for, don't get in trouble while you're drinking. That's all. You can be drunk, just don't do stupid stuff in the city. But if you're just going out on a person that's gonna have fun, then it doesn't matter. Just waiting for the district attorney to set up their case. Um,
Alright, I'll bring Mr. Russian up.
Alright, she's in her head right now.
Okay. So she meant the judge. Yeah. This is gonna go so fucking well. Hell yeah, I know a guy named John Doe. A real good
Beard.
Honda.
You're a real professional over there, man.
Put it on the table. Hold on, go put it on the table. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, you just hugged it. You didn't steal it.
I meant to reload his eyes. That's about it.
Call him up. Gotta ask him about the beard.
All right, sorry about that.
No problem, no problem.
Is there a reason why he's cuffed and still wearing a mask?
That's his face,
Oh,
man.
apologies.
Hey,
It's a
Woods,
burn
can you
mark,
uncuff
man.
him?
Apologies, sir.
Can you uncuff him?
It's a really cool burn mark.
Hello, sir. I'm gonna take them cuffs off you, okay?
Please. I've been cuffed for
Yeah.
1.5 hours and I settled it.
Yeah, well, that's what court does to you.
There you go, sir. That's some relief.
Oh god.
Are we ready?
Yes, man. I have a piece of evidence I'd like to submit. Do you want me to
Yes,
just
please.
email that to you?
Yes.
Okay.
And if it's relevant, I'll share it with Ms. Jackson over here as well.
Okay. I put it in our Judge DA email.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem. Did you say her last name was Gambit?
No, I said this is the Gambit. Yolanda Gambit. Yeah, what's her last name?
Yolanda.
Okay. Are we ready?
Gambit. Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sounds good. Okay. And can we all make sure that we're speaking loudly, of course?
Yes, ma'am.
Second thing is that this is a bench trial fashion. I also get to ask some questions, but generally it's going to be almost the same, where it's going to be a quick and easy, dirty way to complete the trial. Now, the DA is here to represent the department now as the plaintiff, And Ms. Jackson is representing. Sorry, sir, what's your name?
Yuri Rishant.
Rishant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Rishant, here on this. As I don't know what this case is about, can the DA please state the charges?
Yes, Your Honor. So we are charging the defendant with 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon against a peace officer, 1 count of criminal possession of a Class 3 weapon, and 1 count of impersonating a government employee.
What was the second one again?
The second one was 1 count of criminal possession of a Class 3.
Do I plead guilty to the third one, the impersonation?
No. Just no.
And the third one was impersonating
A government employee.
Got it, thank you.
1 count.
1 second.
Mr. Rishant, how do you plead to the 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon against the police officer?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Your Honor,
how?
Your Honor,
Yes.
can we get a clarification of what their interpretation of government employee is?
Yes, the police department, EMS, and anybody from DOJ.
Including private lawyers?
Yeah.
That's what it states on the penal code.
Okay, just want a clarification that if private lawyers are included. Okay.
How do you plead on
You want me
the
to?
1 count of
If you
criminal
said
possession
you're-
of Class 3?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. How do you plead to the 1 count of impersonating a government employee?
Guilty.
Okay. So, as the defendant has pled guilty to impersonating a government employee, we will not be arguing that today. We will be arguing the 2 counts of assault with deadly and 1 count of criminal possession of Class 3. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's begin with the statement, of course, from the plaintiff's side, and then we'll move on.
Your Honor, so after the police department had apprehended one Alexei Makarov, while they had him detained downstairs in the cell block, he had requested a lawyer and eventually advised the police department that one Yuri, hold on 1 second, let me just get his last name off my document.
Richard?
Yes. One Yuri Richard, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, was upstairs at the front desk, and our front desk lady, Yolanda Gambit, had also advised the police department that there was somebody awaiting them. So as they went upstairs to try to help Yuri get in, Yuri had advised the police department that his name was not Yuri and that it was Harry Wilson, at which point Officer Woods had went up to Yuri and had did a little tug on his beard to find in which that his beard was removed from his face. At that point in time, we confirmed it was Alexei, we confirmed it was Yuri. And at that point, Yuri had pulled out a Molotov and thrown it towards the 2 officers. You can see from the evidence that I submitted to you, that is a picture taken from the front desk lady behind the bulletproof glass. Once again, her name is Yolanda Gambit. And we also, if I can submit physical evidence, Officer Lawson back here, if we review... Can you come up here, Officer Lawson?
Of course.
If you take a look at Officer Lawson's pants, they are actually still burnt from the incident.
What's that?
I'm whispering, but there was no front lady. I don't know what they're talking
And which
about.
side is burned? Sorry, I'm not familiar.
It was on my right leg, pant leg.
Your right pant leg, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other damages sustained?
No, he didn't. When he threw it, he kicked the door. He's running away, and it spread to me. I could put it out before I got burned badly.
All right, thank you.
And that is all I have this time, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Jackson.
Yes, Your Honor.
State your statement, please.
All right, my client here, said he came to came to the police department to represent his friend, where he admitted to being a government employee trying to represent when he was told he was not. He was then grabbed by the officer and yanked on his beard without his permission on the suspicion that he was not who he said he was. Then he also had a vape in his pocket in his hand that caught on fire, which then he feared that he threw it on the ground because the fire scared him, and then he ran out the door because he got spooked by the vape that was on fire. Now, the officers at the same time started opening fire on him with what was described as a potential class 2 weapon, and as he was running, my client hid on the side of the what's it called now, the bushes. There's a little concrete barrier just to protect himself from the bullets that were flying. At that point, an officer came out from the side and pointed his weapon, and my client was complying, putting his hands up in the air, and was then shot numerous times by the officer.
Okay. And the defense in this case then would be that it was
a vape, not a class 3.
An exploding vape rather than a Molotov. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Mr. T, do you have proof that it is a Molotov cocktail rather than an exploding vape?
Oh, well, Your Honor, if you review the photo that I provide to you once again from our front desk lady Yolanda, you can more than obviously see, unless Yuri has a vape the size of a Budweiser bottle, there is not a chance on this planet that is not a Molotov.
Ms. Jackson, did you happen to take a look at the
Yes,
evidence?
I did see the photo, and to me, it's hard to tell. I mean, perception, size is perception. You know, some people say 3 inches, some people say 6 inches. That's all on the person. To me, in my eyes, I'm looking at that, and I see, something that is on fire, and potentially, it could be a vape. Without a doubt, there's no 100% proof without a doubt that was a Molotov. I mean,
Yeah, take a second.
Can I ask how large the explosion was?
Woods or Lawson? Can you describe how large the explosion was inside of MRPD from the Molotov?
I would say probably about. There's obviously like a circle radius. They covered definitely halfway into the PD, probably about 6 to 8 feet towards the front desk, and covered the complete side chair to chair. So probably again another 6 to 10 feet. It was a massive, massive explosion.
Definitely larger than a small vape would cause, correct?
Yes, of course.
Your Honor, did they at any time collect evidence afterwards of that the alleged vape or alleged Molotov? Do they call in a forensic team?
DA, you may answer the question.
Did I call in a forensic team for a fire that was obviously on the floor of MRPD? No, I could tell it was a fire because the floor was on fire.
Okay, and I'd like to object to that he is not a fire expert, and to know how big an explosion should be.
You don't need to be a fire expert to tell a fire from a fire.
About the size of explosion? I mean, I don't know how the size of the explosion should be.
That's not what your objection is based on. Your objection is based on the
that
fact
you're not
that
a fire
expert.
expert.
Okay, but it was a fire.
And I said how big an explosion should be is what I said. Not that it was a fire.
And we gave you dimensions.
But that doesn't tell me if it's a Molotov or an actual vape.
Sure.
Do we know a vape will not explode that big, without a doubt?
I'll
I
leave
think
that to you.
yes. I it's unfortunate that we do not have a fire department in the city, nor a fire expert called as a witness. However, a reasonable person would know um, that a vape's explosion would be much less than a Molotov.
How do I know that was?
Do we have any proof of how big that explosion was? Or is it just what going off of the sworn statement?
Right now, it's going off on the statement of the officer.
Okay.
I mean, with all reasonability, everybody attempted to leave the building as soon as a fire broke out in the main room.
Okay, including my client, correct?
Well, your client was the one who threw the Molotov, and based off the pictures,
Alleged
already
Molotov.
halfway out the door. So
Alleged
your client
Molotov,
was,
right?
Your client was halfway out the door when he threw it.
And
oh,
okay, go ahead.
Who else was there? We're looking at Woods and Lawson. Is that the two of them that were there, or were there more officers to corroborate the story?
Officer-wise, it was just them two, Your Honor.
And I'm assuming Officer Wise is the one in pink.
Officer Wise?
What did you say? You said Wood. Mr. Wood was there, Lawson was there, and who else was there?
Well, we had Officer Valentine there, but Officer Valentine's currently not available.
So the three of them. All right.
And is there any proof of the source of the fire, and proof that it was a Class 3 weapon, or is this just speculation?
Yes, the source of the fire was the fire that's in his hand from the picture taken.
Okay. And do we have any proof that that's a Class 3, not a vape, other than a grainy photo?
A grainy photo which shows we'll say an alleged Molotov that is almost as long, if not longer, than your client's forearm. I'm going to be honest, from personal experience, I don't think I've ever seen a vape the size of a Subway foot long.
Have you seen many vapes out there, or just you haven't seen any that size?
I don't think he vapes.
Your Honor,
Alright.
would you like to gauge the room?
I would not. I do have a question.
Okay.
The alleged vape in this case here. You're saying that it was a vape. How did you know it was gonna explode?
Do I answer that or?
Yes.
Well, I felt the heat inside my inner pocket.
And you decided that throwing it because you were at the door.
No, I didn't throw it. I dropped it on the ground because it was heating up in my hand. I could literally feel burning to my hand.
So your hands were in your pocket. You felt it burning through the hands.
No,
in your
my hand.
pocket?
No, okay, so I had my vape inside my inner pocket of the shirt.
Okay.
I could feel the heat start to rise. I pulled my hand into the pocket and I felt it really hot. So I dropped it on the ground and then I ran outside.
Do you think that would be, in any case, reasonable, sir, to throw it inside a building or drop it inside a building rather than outside a building when you're at the door?
Do I speak or no?
Yeah, she's asking you a question, but
Could you repeat the question?
Do you find it reasonable to throw it inside a building rather than outside of a building while you're at the door?
Well, I panicked. It hurt.
Mm-hmm. And how big would you say this vape was?
It's a pretty good-sized vape. It's a smoke stick of some sort. I'm not sure. It's quite big, 6 inches maybe.
Can you do me a favor and send me the make and model of this vape? I'll send it to your lawyer, and your lawyer can send it to me.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna need a minute though.
Yes.
Your Honor, can we also get him to send over the location that he purchased his vape so Worst case
Yes.
scenario, no matter what happens, I can always go down to that vape store to confirm that vape does exist for future reference.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Who do I send that to?
My name is Ella Fontaine.
You can send it to me and I'll send it to you.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to my judge. My lawyer, sorry.
Yes, send it to your lawyer. I will forward it on. So the make and model of the vape that is supposedly 6 inches long, and the as well as the place in which you bought it at.
All right, my lawyer should have it in her emails.
Alright, I'm just waiting for it to come over. Thank you for this, but it does not have any dimensions attached to it.
Well,
I mean,
yes.
it looks very up close,
Hold on.
but there is
I'll
no
answer.
dimension.
Okay.
I wanted the make and model of your vape, as well as the place in which you bought it for.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm not sending it to you, DA Steiner, yet because I am not satisfied with it.
No problem, Your Honor. No problem at all.
Yeah.
And what store did you get it from? Did you order it online?
Uh, yes, the store I sent you.
Okay.
1 second, let me look.
It's a Swedish website. I originate from there. I come from there, so.
All right, is this your final evidence that you are sending this over? Are you sure?
One second, I'm just trying to get the track down to where exactly. Hold on, I'm just trying to track down where we got it from real quick. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get a receipt or something.
Did we leave Yuri in possession of a cell phone?
No.
How's he gonna find a receipt?
We never took his phone.
He said no.
Oh, actually, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay, I have forwarded what you have into the DA's email as well, so he can take a look at it. But is this your final?
Yes. He obtained it online.
All right, I have done multiple searches, and there is no that didn't even look like the thing that he had on his hand. Neither do they have that color
Is it
available.
wide enough?
Where now? Who took that photo again?
Neither did Yolanda, my front desk lady at MRPD.
Is she there right now?
Well, Yolanda kind of works like Nancy.
Because last time I went to the, maybe she wasn't working last time I was there.
Maybe she was probably on lunch break last time.
Okay.
She takes she takes a lot of lunch breaks. She's like kind of lazy.
We love her.
Is there any way we can call her in for this?
No.
At this current time, I think she's on her fourth lunch.
Wait, I can try to call her actually.
Okay, yeah, give her a call. See if you can get her.
Hey, Yolanda, it's Under Sheriff Etheridge. Yeah, hey, how you doing? I was just wondering, are you currently available? No. Oh, it's your daughter's birthday party. Oh, well, never mind. No, it's nothing. I can take it up back at MRPD when you're back at work. Just tell her hi from me, all right? All right, I'll see you around. Yeah, sorry.
There was no front desk lady. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's a straight lie.
Did you hear that, Your Honor?
I heard it.
Okay. All right.
I have several questions on my end. And one of it is why you're asking who took the picture. Secondly is the defendant did not refute that was him in the picture. And he did
I haven't
say...
seen the picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nor
Well,
did
maybe
he
that's why
claim it was
you're
him.
giving me false evidence about this vape. Is that right? Because you don't know.
Is that a question for me?
Yes. let me send you. Let your lawyer send you the picture.
Okay.
I mean, Your Honor, even if he refutes, he's wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, and you have your. Anyways, you just look at it. Just look at the picture.
Okay. So I'm just want to jump to the validity of the photograph because apparently the officers are the only ones that's ever seen this Yolanda person that someone there worked at. And why is there lines all over the photo? Did they Photoshop
behind
this?
bulletproof glass.
Was this photoshopped or?
She's behind bulletproof glass. Have you never? If you go to MRPD and you walk in at that front like half circular desk, there's bulletproof glass right there.
Okay. And there's lines on through. Okay.
Yes, that is typically bulletproof glass looks like.
Is there a way we can meet this Yolanda? Because they're the only ones that have seen this. I want to make sure that.
I mean, we did just speak to her on the phone, and she.
I mean, I can say I'm Yolanda if you want me to.
That would be impersonation, but sure.
I mean, she could be impersonating too, right?
No, she got a background check before she started working at MRPD.
Do we have any pay stubs?
I'm not an accountant.
Can we request those pay stubs?
I mean, sure you could, but I don't see you getting it within the next hour at least.
I just wanted the validity of this this person that supposedly has photos of my client. I mean, he's there showing the same clothes, but how do we know this is not photoshopped?
I mean,
same clothes and as well as the burnt mark that is on his face. I don't think you can remove the burn mark like I asked earlier.
So the burn mark.
Plus, if you look at the doors, the right side door is partially open and the left side door is open. There's no way for me to Photoshop that without literally having somebody there in the picture to hold the doors.
No, I mean, we're not saying he wasn't at the door, but photoshopping something, the size or changing out what he had in his hand.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I have a single artist in this department. I could fuck up a stick figure.
No, we're all shit. Should see our reports.
Matter of fact, if you want to go through my laptop, I don't even have Photoshop.
I have a liberal arts degree, but it's for acting.
Okay, let's ignore the photo for a second.
Okay,
correct?
so the burden of proof does fall on them, right, to prove that it was a Molotov and not a vape. That
Correct.
picture isn't 100% without a doubt proving that's not a vape.
I would majorly disagree to that statement.
He already said that he's never seen anything that big, and yet the pictures we've sent for evidence
the vape
is
you sent
vape.
is actually not even the same shape because you can see a bottle.
Regardless, but
on
it
what
is
he's holding
it
in
is
his
a
hand.
big vape, correct? You said you've
But
never
that
seen
wouldn't be
anything
the vape
big.
he was holding.
We would argue, and I'm here, as a remediator to both of your arguments.
Mm-hmm.
In the picture you'll see that the item is in fact much larger than his hand. The vape itself, and I've taken a look at several videos in this case, is about 3.6 inches long. If you look at the dimensions of the evidence that you've sent me in regards to the vape that he owned, the total size was 3.6 inches long, which is 152 millimeters, as they said in the 120 whatever millimeters that they said in the description.
Okay.
And if you look at the photograph that was presented as evidence, that item that he was holding is obviously larger, at least twice larger than what the vape size would be.
Okay. Vapes have been known to be modified as well.
But you didn't claim it was a modified vape prior to this, and you also didn't advise it was a modified vape.
I'm just saying that vapes can be modified.
So
what you see, what you see on the website is not always what you get when you order, as well.
Right,
But my argument is just that he says he's never seen anything that big. I mean, I don't know what his family situation is, but not seeing anything that big doesn't mean it doesn't exist, is all I'm saying.
I never said it didn't exist. I just said I haven't seen one. I still, to
and
this
I've
current point,
also
will make that
asked,
statement.
I've asked for the exact make and model, and at no point was it mentioned that it was modified. At no point was it mentioned that it was green. And I did this search myself.
I'm not saying it's modified. I'm just saying that there's a potential. Since he said you're saying size, things can be modified. But I'm not saying that that particular one was modified. No.
I see. Okay.
I was just bringing up that point.
All right. Now the question, of course, becomes whether or not never mind. Let's continue. We have determined, of course, that obviously it's going to be on me and my verdict whether or not to determine that that item that he's holding is a vape or a Molotov, and I will make my verdict based on that one.
Okay.
And the 2 times assault with the deadly, 2 as in he
One
hurt
per
2
officer, ma'am.
officer.
Yes.
Both officers were hurt.
Well, what?
You said 2 counts of assault with a deadly against a peace officer, correct?
I did indeed.
Yes. So that means that 2 Wood and Lawson, in this case,
Well,
was
according to the
affected by
penal
this
code,
assault.
Your Honor, it says attempts to commit a violent injury. It does not say that they must commit a violent injury. So the defendant, it did indeed attempt.
I object. We still haven't allegedly attempted. We have not proved that he attempted to harm anyone with that.
He allegedly attempted to hurt 2 officers.
He had a vape that he put in the ground, regardless of. There's no proof that he tried to cause bodily harm to anyone.
Okay. Any more questions back and forth?
And then, why did he get shot when he was not resisting and was complying?
Because he attempted to assault 2 police officers with an alleged Molotov.
So did he? What did he say? What was the last part?
What?
Oh, the reason he was shot down because obviously he threw the Molotov at us, and he attempted to pull his hatchet that he had in his possession on Mr. Valentine.
Okay, he pulled a hatchet. Did he lunge forward at all?
Well, considering the fact that he had already thrown an alleged Molotov at 2 police officers, considering taking out a hatchet at that point, I don't even see what defense you could potentially make. Was he just admiring the glistening color of the top of it?
Did you guys give him an option to be able to surrender peacefully? With that before shooting?
He attempted to violently injure 2 officers at a point in time where you have already attempted to violently injure police officers. There is no longer a required need to ask you to be nice. You have already attempted to risk the life of 2
He already risked it. Does that automatically mean he death sentence? Why even take him to court if you're going to just shoot him to try to kill him?
So should we stand there and let him try to throw another one?
No, but if he stopped and surrendered, and you put his, if someone commits a crime,
he didn't stop and surrender.
Did he give him a chance to?
I'm sure he had more than enough time between the alleged Molotov being thrown and him trying to find a hatchet in his pocket.
Do we have any security cameras or footage or body cam cameras off the officers showing that he, without a doubt, had the weapon out and was lunging forward to cause the officer to be feared?
So, you're new, so you don't know this, but body cams, CCTVs, those are not allowed. The only video footage that's allowed is dash cam from the vehicles.
Okay, do we have any dash cams of any vehicles parked there?
Even if there was a vehicle parked in front, which I don't see. Let me double check this picture.
Because allegedly I see. Okay, allegedly.
Okay, I see one vehicle back there. I can't exactly. It was whose?
It was Yuri Russian's 220.
Okay, so it was allegedly Yuri's vehicle that was out there. So I wouldn't have dash cam of that. And even if I had a police car parked all the way out there in a spot, there is no chance that dash cam is going to reach and get an accurate picture from that far away to positively identify a hatchet being pulled out.
Okay, so we cannot use any kind of video or anything like that. However, we can use a photo from a clerk at a front desk who's not a sworn officer.
She doesn't have to be a sworn officer.
Okay. But I'm just saying credibility of it. I mean, as sworn officers, we take your testimony as you're not going to lie.
But Ms. Jackson, you have to understand that your client admittedly was at
MRPD.
the police station, and he said the whole argument right now is not whether or not he was there. The argument is that whether or not that thing, that item that he's holding, is a vape or a Molotov cocktail.
Okay.
That's all, correct? So there was no argument on the validity of the photo because your client already admitted that he was there. He did all these things.
I'm just, we're arguing the photo, not that they were there, but that it is in fact a truthful photo or an accurate photo of what they're saying is allegedly a Molotov. And then said that they
But there was no other incident that this would have taken place. Does that make sense?
Correct. So after the Molotov, alleged Molotov was thrown, and there's no I understand that they feel the threat is not over, that they have to shoot now at this point, even though and then they see an alleged hatchet in the hand, but hands are up in the air. At what point do you not shoot? Are we just automatically just shooting
we wouldn't
people
have shot
down?
if we didn't have an alleged Molotov thrown at us.
Okay, so why?
Or the alleged hatchet, right?
Yeah.
So-
I was more focused on the Molotov, though.
So at this point, people are once you commit a crime, you're sentenced. You pretty much are going to get shot and killed, attempted to
No,
get
if
killed.
you run a red light, nobody's going to shoot you. But if you throw an alleged Molotov at two cops, you're already risking the livelihood of two officers.
And I understand if they're
yes, that is a deadly crime.
And you're assuming that they're going to go ahead and continue to harm other people at that point. I mean, they've already done what they've done allegedly. So at this point, they've already been shot, and they're not gonna. There's no chance of them giving up. You can't give someone. You won't let
All
them.
right, stop. We are not arguing a civil matter in this case. The officers were indeed justified, according to several case laws, on especially when deadly force has been used before and the suspect has been proven a threat. Deadly force is entirely justified to be used, whether or not the suspect has his hands up.
Right.
You can, of course, start a civil case on this if you think that that is wrong, but this is not what we're arguing today. We're arguing, again, I said much earlier already, we're only arguing two facts here. One is the assault with the deadly, and the other one is the criminal possession of a class 3. If we no longer have any more questions related to that, I will go ahead and make my verdict. Do you guys want to do closing statements?
I think I'm good, Your Honor.
Miss Jackson.
We stand by our defense that there's not, without 100% doubt, that was a Molotov. We can say that it is not a vape that we sent you, and it is, but we can't prove that is a class 3 without a doubt with the evidence collected, other than a photo showing something in a hand on, as well as the other charges. And that will be, that's our closing.
Thank you. I much appreciate it. All right, give me 2 minutes. I really don't need long. Just give me 2 minutes to write my verdict down, and then we will convene.
Yes, Ron.
Court is in recess.
All right, stand over there in the corner.
Over here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking too good.
Nah, but like, it's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
And who the fuck is that front clerk they're talking about? There's no front fucking clerk.
Exactly. I think they're just making stuff up.
Jesus fucking Christ. I swear to God, I'm about.
No trust in the PD to
Can we
do the
start
right
a civil
thing.
suit?
We can.
Because they shot me. I had my hands up both times when they shot me. I don't know if there's any proof of that, but I fucking hope so. Why are you... Why are you dancing?
Oh, I just got the itch. Gotta dance, you know,
You
get some good
celebrating me
luck.
losing?
No, we gotta like good juju, good vibes.
All right.
So dance with me, you know. We gotta make sure we're.
Nah, I can't dance.
Uh, we just
It's
gotta make
kind of
sure.
hurting. I got shot 40
I
times.
know you gotta be careful. We're gonna get
But
it
yeah,
done.
you dance for me, eh?
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right.
There you go. You know, I may be old, but I can still dance, and we're gonna get this. This is making me feel young, and we're gonna good vibes. We're gonna get a good
I
juju.
really hope I get out of this, man. I am innocent. I have not seen the photo of a Molotov. Either way, that was not a Molotov. I do not carry such things on me.
Yeah.
Man, this is bullshit. I hate cops.
But you know what? Even if you don't make it out successful with this, at least
Oh yeah, can
we
we
wasted
please
their
ask?
time.
Can we please ask for time served? I've been here like
Yeah.
4 times my actual
Yeah.
sentence. Thank you. I'll pay the fine and everything. I just wanna get the fuck out of here. I've been here so long.
You guys are crazy. I really got to pee too. But luckily, Engine 102 went out on the call for the chest pain. It wasn't me. I was like, oh, Jesus. All right, let's go.
All right, everybody. In the case of state versus region, I have arrived at my verdict. I find the defendant guilty of 2 counts of assault with a deadly against peace officers. And I find the defendant guilty as well for 1 count of criminal possession of a class 3. And I have several reasons for this. Of course, again, with the officers here knowing what a Molotov cocktail would look like, having dealt with that, in their years of service. Secondly, is that the picture quite clearly shows what looks to be a Molotov cocktail. And the third is that the defendant has failed to prove to me that he has the vape that looks like a Molotov cocktail, colors like a Molotov cocktail, or is the size of a Molotov cocktail. And therefore, this is my verdict. The officers may go ahead and charge the defendant. And of course, don't forget to add the impersonation of the government employee, which he already
It's freestyle rap again.
That is my verdict. Thank you very much.
Your Honor, I have a question.
Yes.
Please. So, you said the defendant failed to prove, does the defendant have to do the burden of proof, or does it lie on the plaintiff? Because why is the plaintiff
the
or
burden of
defendant?
proof lies on the plaintiff, however, because you claim that it is a vape. When the claim happens, you need to prove that has happened. I'll give you an example. Say, for example, someone claims a psychiatric evaluation that has to be done, correct? So they are the one that has to come up and say, hey, I am mentally ill. Now, the defendant in this case, the plaintiff in this case, doesn't have to prove that the defendant is mentally ill. The defendant has to prove that he is mentally ill or incapable.
This
and
is a freestyle rap.
Of that is on the defense.
I don't know why.
Which is in this case, your claim that it would have been a vape.
But we're in the courts.
You have to prove that it is a vape.
Shitting in my shorts.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Bless.
Okay. So if the the plaintiff in this case says that it was a vape, then unfortunately they have to prove that it was a vape. And there's two officers here that have the experience to know what the difference is between an explosive
Oh, wait, no,
device
you know, man.
or a
I gotta
Molotov
do. I
cocktail
gotta.
explosion. And I do believe that
Yeah. I just
they
gotta.
do have that experience. And hence my verdict. Although I have to say, Miss
Gotta
Jackson,
do my best to try to.
it was a very, very valiant effort, and I do appreciate that.
I'm
very,
trying.
very
You know, it's innocent till proven guilty.
awesome.
No, it seems the other way.
Can we get,
Yes.
Your Honor? What was the
Can we get
sentence?
a round of applause, please, for
No, I just got charged.
Oh, what was
not
the
for you, sir. You are, you are not.
what is the what's the
Innocent
what was the
until
sentence
proven
again?
guilty, by the way. Fuck me.
Okay, so 2 counts of adult assault with a deadly against a peace officer. Hold on, let me pull up my.
Why do you have a taser?
I was just wondering,
I'm not doing
can we
shit.
get time served because he's been in the jail since even
yes.
the previous case.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
So I would please go ahead and arrange with the DA on the reduced time for this charge, please.
Is it serve time or reduce time?
What
Well,
is the
reduced means you have served it.
what's the time and fine you're giving for the class 3?
Yes, give me 1 second. I'm calculating this.
A fucking vape gets me this hard. Jesus Christ.
It's the vape.
Well, it's
You
Molotov.
gotta be.
Yeah. And your hat looks shit.
And so
Same
does your
thing.
face.
Don't talk about his hat.
All right.
Don't
This
talk
is
about his face.
my courtroom.
Place.
Can we
This is not
please?
the place.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we
Yes,
please
ma'am.
respect the system?
Yes, ma'am. Of course.
I do not appreciate that.
Can I say something?
I would
No.
hold it to yourself.
All right.
Because I gotta come up with a freestyle rap. And I don't know how to do a rap. I'm losing my voice. I don't know.
What?
Loud noises.
All right. We will do 60 months and an $18,000 fine for all of the Molotov.
Okay, so then what are we what's the full thing looking at?
Okay, let me calculate. I am Asian, but my math sucks. Give me 1 second.
Well,
It's
Woods
gonna-
has
it's
the
gonna
rest
be-
of it put together, so
It's gonna be a 30K fine and 132 months.
Alright, he's been in the cells for a good while.
At least almost
Yes.
going on like 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
he still
let's-
needs to serve time, but it's not going to be.
Can I give him like 10 months?
Sure.
Okay.
It's really up to you. I don't.
Do I quit the job or just quit the case?
I mean, if I can't do time serve, I'll just give him 10 months. I don't want to.
But I
keep him
would
in there
not
for long
reduce the fine, and that is.
No, I wasn't planning to.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Well, that is my
I didn't know
verdict.
there
Thank you
was
very
anything
much,
to
Miss
this
Jackson. It
one.
was a valiant effort. Really appreciate you. I do not, appreciate, of course, the back and forth after the case here in my courtroom. You can do it outside, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Put your hands up, Yuri.
I got something for
Put
you.
you in cuffs.
What the fuck?
You'll be escorted in cuffs.
Fucking roll, baby.
Alan!
It's my headshot and signature because I'm famous. You might have to look at it through your
Is that
eyes.
Bubba?
What's about it, Jack? Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, I got something for you. I got something
You
for
need to jump, Miss Jackson.
Yeah,
To
I
be
got
honest,
something
that
for
is amazing. I loved it, but you know how it is.
I was working with, trying to work with what I got.
It was.
that's actually
it was
really
a
good picture
valiant
right
effort.
Hey,
So
can I give you something?
is it that you guys are covering the pay on that one, right? For those
Oh
two?
yeah. Let's go get that sorted. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye.
Do you want this?
Can I meet you in the office real quick? I just got to say something over there.
Yeah. Sure.
I'll run there in just a
I'm very famous.
Let me see it.
Hey, are you
I got
guys
another one.
Weasel News?
You give it to
Oh,
me.
I gave it to him.
Are you guys Weasel News?
Sorry.
I didn't get it. Yes, ma'am.
I need to speak to Weasel News after this.
Alright.
I have a story for you guys.
Oh yeah. I'll take.
It has to do with Franny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me get my money and then I'll come talk to you.
Yeah. Let's
Don't
go
worry.
inside and
Oh,
have a
oh.
talk. What's the matter?
Knock knock.
Alright, here you go. 13, right?
Yes, 13.
So, there you go.
Thank you.
10,000 per bench.
Alright, appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you, your time, and your arguments. I really enjoyed today. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Weasel News, where are you? Weasel. Alright, I was talking to Granny Fran yesterday. Oh, I don't want to be on the record, but I do want to set up a interview for you guys to do on the steps of MRPD.
Okay.
So Granny Fran was with me, and we were the legal team for a client of ours. And the legal team, the officer came down and was like, "Hey, Granny or Franny, you need to leave." And they escorted her for trespassing off a and it's a public building at MRPD.
Dang.
And he wanted her out of there, and she's gonna file a lawsuit.
Damn.
But we
Definitely
wanted some news coverage. If Granny Fran can speak on the steps of MRPD to Weasel News, and we can do a news thing of how law enforcement is denying suspects their legal
access
representation
to public property
and
yeah.
escorting her, even though it's a public building and she's allowed to be there.
Do you know who the officer was?
I think it was like an Etheridge, and so I think it was Undersheriff.
Here, you can have one of those. I'm very famous.
Thank you.
It's my headshot. You may have to look at it through your eyes if you look at it.
Oh yes, look at that. Mr. Boomer Hobbs. Yeah, so if we could arrange something with you guys and Franny, and then we can put out a news thing.
Absolutely.
Do you have your phone number? Or is it on that card you gave me?
No, not yet. I should put it on there.
Let me give you mine, hold on.
I'm ready.
253 555 0001.
Alright, you want mine?
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
168-203-6018.
Gotcha.
Do I look like my picture?
You do. Yep, yep.
Thank
We're working on our business cards for the Golden Girls and Sach.
Nice.
Me,
I should
Granny
actually
Fran.
put my phone number on my
What am I dropping? That's supposed to be more for like Call of Duty. Drop the business card. Okay.
But yeah, give me a call whenever you guys want to. I'll probably be in the city for most of the rest of the night.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright. See you around.
Stay later.
I gotta get to the bank now. Freaking. Oh. Oh, I put my
You're really quiet.
gun in the car. I forgot. That was. Alright, so here's the actual video for you guys that are watching.
get into. Let me get my vehicle so I don't. Let me get here. Let me get to the bank, and then I will play the video. Yeah, my voice was. I couldn't do. I was just like wasn't holding up on the Edna was. Hello, how are you? I don't know. I was like trying to actually talk, and it just wasn't coming out. Wasn't coming out. I was like, oh my god.
Hi, you got 2 minutes.
And then I'm gonna go on a call in real life here and slip and give the granny or give the Auntie Edna voice to a patient, IRL. And then, or Fran? Oh, you got glasses. Okay, that's
How does that change about the way we design a tank top? How should a cologne bottle look?
Alright, cool. Let's go. Savings, 45. Yo, whoa. What, I gotta pay Taco Nuggies when you're. I gotta pay you in the city here for your legal or your paralegal or license clerk duties.
What the fuck?
So I wonder, is the paralegal separate than the license clerk, or is that pretty much the license clerk? So we can get you on as a paralegal. Alright, here's the video that we're working with. Building our legal team. Okay. Basic training layer. Alright, cool. Building our private firm slowly.
Holy shit!
Unless you want to do paralegal, Taco, or Nuggies. And then get you to... That would be funny. Taco Mike trying to argue some cases. Holy crap, we get you all trained up. I mean, I'm still learning, as you can tell. But hey, you know, provides good content and a little bit of argument.
Are you blowing his face?
Is this fake?
Sir, stop. Sir.
This is what we were working on.
Are you blowing his face?
Is this fake?
Sir, stop. Sir.
Hey you! It's been way too long.
Put your hands up.
Oh.
Put your hands up.
Oh.
That's fun.
Oh.
So that's what I'm getting at. Like, you know, for PD,
Oh.
he was not at the moment a threat. Yes, he did the Molotov. Yes, he's got a hatch in his hand at the moment. His back is turned. Back is turned. Hands go up. Like, at what point do you, like, he could have de-escalated the situation. I mean, I know it's 5M and going down that route, you know. Yeah, and then just kept shooting. I mean, literally, I know the case law and everything else that they're going off of and saying that in the city, once they committed that crime, I'm like, at what point do you let them? Now is the death wish at that point? It's like, yeah, the consequences, granted, sure, but he's not an active threat at the specific split second. I felt like it could have been de-escalated. Like, could have been de-escalated.
Uh-huh.
It's still comical though.
People on his face.
Is this fake?
They just randomly pull beards or put hands on people and pull their beard because
Sir! Sir, stop! Sir!
Okay.
And let's take a look at that. Let's see here. Hold on. Where? See, there's no freaking Yolanda. Where did that photo come from, huh? Yeah, and exactly. I mean, at that point, George Floyd. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm completely 100% pro police, being in the fire department and working with EMS. I mean, working with PD a lot. And I mean, there are some bad apples in like any PD and everything else, and there are people that do a little excessive force and all that stuff. And I completely, there's that aspect of it. But for the sake of this game too, is like, or at least for here on 5M, my job is, regardless, they're innocent. I mean, they're plain they did this shit, but I got to find a way to get things dropped and give them a fair defense. Whether, just like Granny Fran says, just because they did it doesn't mean they're guilty. And I mean, I don't know enough to do it, but we're working our way through it. But yeah, so that's.
Sounds like way hard work. Life's too short for that shit. He comes off like a poser anyhow. Yeah, maybe. But no.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's like anything in like IRL too, is like focusing more on de-escalation, which, I get it. I mean, it's a split second. You're being attacked, adrenaline's pumping, and you gotta, you know. But if this happened in IRL, that totally would not fly. As far as hands up and then they shoot. But I mean, but like it did happen in George Floyd and all that other stuff too. And yeah, they say you're reaching for a gun or you're putting your hands up, but yeah, because it's hard for us in the game to actually drop a weapon.
Hello, darling.
But
How
yeah.
are you?
Yeah, but it's hard because the key is that the criminal's got to be RPing back and do that as well. A lot of times, even on a city, people don't RP the same with the cops, and so there's no option of de-escalating, because the minute you de-escalate, they start running, and even though they're injured or broken, so things like that. I need to get a healing.
This town is screwing us.
No, I was just gonna get lunch at Limey's. I'm doing a cleanse. Oh, please. I'm so fat. Really? You think so?
that Auntie Edna?
Yeah.
Oh, you hurt?
Yeah, I need to get a little healing. A little
Oh, go get
sexual
fixed.
healing. I gotta find a
Yeah,
place to
sexual
park. There's
healing.
like nowhere to park.
I'll park on the sidewalk.
Yeah. These
Yeah, big
cops,
dick.
you never know. They might try to give me a ticket, but let's.
No, it's okay here.
All right.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
A little tired, but that's just how it goes.
Yeah. Gotta do the
What's
grind.
your name?
I'm Auntie Edna.
Say again?
Auntie Edna. I'm from Golden Girls and Sach law firm.
Oh, are you busy at the moment?
I'm just gonna get a quick healing, and then do you need something?
Yeah, I needed to speak with a lawyer actually.
Okay,
Perfect
yeah.
timing.
Definitely. Let me go get a healing, and I'll come talk to you.
Sounds good.
The bitch having me hands up. Well, he don't really got a choice. He can't really be called a bitch, right? Damn. Boy, you gotta take your fucking IDs out of that shit, yo. Yeah, no brass knuckles on them.
I personally try to de-escalate, see if someone wouldn't fly in court. I also haven't, yeah. I know she's got a good run. She's just slow as fuck when she walks.
I'm not too sure about on his side, but
What am I hearing?
as far as I know, nothing major.
Hello? Oh, hey. Alright, you wanna come? Do you wanna take a ride with me in my office? We can talk while we drive around the block, or?
I can. That's your car, I'm guessing, up there?
Yeah, yeah.
I can follow you in your car once I'm done refueling.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you wanna hop in the car, we'll just drive around the block and you can talk to me while we're driving around the block. Just for a little privacy.
So this is be honest with you, this is a local car, so I don't know if it's just gonna poof if we take a ride.
Okay. We can stop we can do it right here. I don't think anyone's around, so we can just talk.
1 second.
Smoke right by the gas. Where he's just filling up gasoline. The vapors. The little vapors. Poof.
Okay, my bad. So you're there, right?
Yes, I'm here. Huh?
So apparently I wasn't made aware of this. There wasn't a roadblock or anything like that. I was driving my car to park it, and when I pulled up to my house, I like overshot it by a
What am I
little bit
dropping?
while I was reversing to like park into my garage. PD open fired with automatic weapons and was shooting at my car. I proceeded to park my car and get out and put my hands up and asked them why I was getting shot at, and they just kind of told me like that they were in the middle of a raid and that I needed to leave the area. So I was wondering like if it was possible to sue PD for getting shot at for pretty much no reason, because I didn't do anything wrong and I got no warning. It just got shot at, you know. And I have dash cam footage of it.
Okay. So there's no dash cam. Oh, you have dash cam on your vehicle? Okay.
Yeah.
So walk me through it again. You said you were in your vehicle. You backing up?
I was in my vehicle. I was pulling up to my house. I was going a little fast, so I overshot my house by a couple feet. So as I was reversing, instantly my car just started getting lit up with bullets by PD. And after I parked my car, they came up to me aiming guns, talking about that I needed to leave the area. What the fuck am I doing? And I'm like, hey man, I'm literally at my house. You can't do this to me. And I have the dash cam footage of them shooting at my car and stuff like that.
Yeah, go ahead and send it to me. And then if you want to type out a statement of what happened and what you're looking for, we can go ahead and evaluate that and see if we have a case.
Okay.
So my Discordia email is going to be Rusty Needles, or it's going to be
Okay.
under Auntie Edna on in the channels.
Sounds good.
What's going on, guys?
I'll hit you up there in
He's
a little
with
bit.
All right, sounds good. Just send me that, and then
Alright.
we'll evaluate that. We'll meet in here in city, and we can discuss more further. I'm going to take that to my legal team because I have a team of others as well, where we can review it and see what we can get you.
Sounds good.
All right, what's your phone number? Or attach your phone number in there with the evidence.
Okay, I will. Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's up, Boomer?
What's up?
What's going on?
Nothing. I saw stuff on the ground over there. I wanted
Yeah,
to see what it was.
there's free food.
Who put it there?
I
Why
did.
is there free food? Why'd you put
I don't
free
have any food
down?
there. Oh, I'm just kind of like, trying to help the homeless. There's someone that sleeps on the sidewalk there. So I figure I leave them food so that way they can have it when they get hungry later.
That's very kind of you.
I
keep
gotta get
finding
rid of
my
this.
headshots on the ground. That's
The
why
drop,
when I
it
see
was
those
for
things, I always
Call of
go
Duty,
check.
like a weapon, but.
People keep throwing my headshots away. I'm not happy about it. Why you don't need a radio?
No. Oh yeah.
Hey Siri, set my timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds, starting now.
There, 30 seconds. All right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Get it, get it.
I was gonna say if you wanted a freestyle rap earlier, but I decided not to.
Yeah, I suck at rapping, so I don't know. I was like, court, fort, in my shorts, snatch, in my catch.
It's close.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Oh yeah, you just gotta put those words together faster.
Yeah, yeah. Faster, laster, last all night, get in a fight with the Weasel News. Oh man, I don't want to say that word. I don't speak Hebrew. On Tuesday, Friday, I don't know. Alright. Have you seen Franny? Is Franny on yet?
I haven't seen her
Has she
around.
been in there yet?
I haven't seen her.
Have you seen Taco Mike? I should call him. If I had a radio, I'd radio. Oh shit!
Look out.
Don't get ran over
It's
by the
Ling
prison
Wong.
bus.
Hey, it's Ling Wong.
Yeah,
Ling Wong. Oh
I
hey!
got something for you. Come here.
What you have? T-shirt. We a new T-shirt.
No, here.
Oh sticker.
It's my headshot. You gotta look at it through your eyes.
Holy shit! You take the picture. Wow, you.
Doesn't it look
good?
like me?
Wow, you so good. Wow. Oh wow, you should do this for professional.
What's that?
You can keep that.
Yeah, we perfect.
Yeah, we're just here
we
with
good.
Weasel
'Cause I'm
News,
very famous.
and we're just
famous
recording
man, yeah.
documentary of how hospitals get shot up in America.
Holy shit, you get shot
Hospitals
here.
get shot up?
Yeah, you didn't hear that this place got shot up a couple times?
I had not.
yesterday are you talking about?
Like over the last couple days. Suspects run
last
loose in
couple
here.
days especially yesterday. Yesterday was really bad.
Yeah, I heard that from one of your coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, have you seen Ben?
No, I've been to see Ben Newman.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a bit.
I see him yesterday.
Yeah, he was here yesterday, but after everything that happened,
Salt on the wound?
I think he might be on an LOA.
Oh,
I'm
is he
not
on
100% sure.
He's on leave? Okay. Oh, I think you got a
Wait.
patient.
Yeah, what
I
happened?
need your services.
Oh wow, where we go?
To the block.
Okay.
Fast. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, on our way. I'll be there soon.
Bye.
Yeah.
He
I
said,
didn't know he
make
was
good
a taxi
choices.
service.
It looked like a prison bus. Where did you get that thing?
I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, sir, I appreciate the flyer you give me, but I have no need for legal services.
I don't work with legal services.
He's
Yeah, you give me a legal service.
Did you give him my card?
I didn't. Did I?
You were the only one that gave me anything
Hi,
in
how
the
you
past 3
doing?
days.
How's it going?
Good, how
I
are
can
you?
give it back to you.
I'm
You can
great.
see if you want.
That's good. You
That's
look
what I should've
familiar.
given you.
Yeah, my name's
How's it
Auntie Edna. I work for the Golden Girls in Sach.
The Golden Girls.
Yeah, we're a law
Yeah,
firm.
this is me.
Ah, I like it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, you
see
just look
now.
familiar, but I
Let me
haven't
see.
seen an ad on that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the social media, and you might have sat on my face on a bench once.
Maybe, that might have been it. Alright, well anyway,
my
have a good
headshot,
day.
I'm very
Hey, you too.
That's
Bye,
not your
Evie.
headshot, it's literally you next to a van. But,
Well, yeah. Same difference.
it's a big difference.
Jeez, that guy's picky.
I mean, my head's in the shot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what crawled up his ass. Alright, I gotta fly out for a bit. I'm gonna go have a snack.
Okay. See you
I
later.
hear they're serving meatballs on the flight out.
Nice.
Can you give me some
Swedish
balls?
ones or like Italian ones?
European.
Oh.
But you could be Swedish, yeah. No, they're Italian. Italian.
Bye.
Alright, bye. I'll call you about the whole Franny thing.
Sounds good.
Alright, bye.
How are things going over at your firm?
Yeah, I was looking for your profile on Life Invader, but
Get flung. Alright guys, I'm gonna go fly out for a bit, take a little snack. I didn't eat lunch, and because I didn't anticipate this back-to-back court. Oh yeah, that's freaking. I gotta get rid of this vehicle. It's scuffed. No, I can't park here. Gotta move it. But yeah, I didn't anticipate. You know, I'm just gonna hop on just for a little bit and do a license for someone, and then end up going to court, getting paid, doing 2 cases, all that stuff. But hey, you know what? It is. The business is moving along here. It'll be a lot better here this afternoon when Taco Mike and Granny Fran get on there, and we'll have our full legal team and continue the story of Auntie Edna and the Golden Girls and Taco Mike and Granny Fran and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna go in my little box here, and I'll be back after my snack. So give me about an hour. I'm here at work, so just gotta tie up a few things, and I'll be back on here in a few. Let's see, who can we raid? Let's go raid someone. Who's on? Let's go look on Twitch. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I can't do. Well, I can't. I don't have my camera because I'm at work. Let's see. Let's go to Twitch. Let's see who's on Twitch, and we'll send you guys off
Out
to
mine.
someone
Oh,
who's in the city.
looking good. Only lost one Sweet
Boomer. Let's send him to
16 team.
Boomer.
That's Iowa.
All right.
I don't know why I trusted the Big Ten as well. It was a bad move by me. As you can see, I got Duke, Kentucky, Tennessee.
Let's go show
Go
Boomer
sell
some
some
love.
weed. But I don't think there's any
I
cops on. So.
don't see. Is Fluster on?
I wonder. Anybody at PDM? Sandals, where are you?
Up there.
Now let's go to live channel. Count the back to Twitch.
On random parts of the mascot. Our job is to guess which mascot it is before. Our job is to guess which mascot it is before.
All right.
Our job is to guess
Oh,
which mascot it is before.
All right. Freaking heck! Let's go. Come on. How do we? Raid has been created, but how do we freaking finish it? I don't have my Steam Deck, so let's see. Raid in progress, so it's gonna take a few seconds, I guess. I want to raid the panties. Panty raid. Let's go.